What's up YouTube? Example 100,000 here with another Pokemon Showdown NU battle. So I thought this was a great battle and let's get right into it. So I'm just using my Prime Boss team again with that Primeape. I lead off with my Golurk, but I switch out into Electros expecting the Brave Bird, but I take it really badly and I just end up getting 2 KO'd by it. So that's a really bad start for me. So now I bring in a Simipour, trying to threaten him out with that Ice Beam. So I go for that nasty plot as expecting him to bring in something to take it. Preferably his Alamomola, because I do after a nasty plot it can OHKO with a Grass Knot. So now he brings in his Regigigas and he just goes for a Thunder Wave, paralyzing me. And I'm thinking, okay, that's fine, I can kill it with another Surf. So just stay in, but I get paralyzed, so that's pretty unfortunate. He just goes for a Drain Punch because that's probably his only coverage move. I just go for another Surf, but I get paralyzed once again, which is really annoying. Burning off his slow start turns, I guess. So now I go for the Surf and finally breaks his sub, but his slow start is over, so he can kill me with another Drain Punch. I didn't want to switch out to Golurk to take that Drain Punch, mainly because Simipour wasn't very useful anymore, and then if he had some other move, he might damage my Golurk, and I didn't want him to damage my Golurk. So now I bring in my Primeape, just goes for the safe close combat. I knew that he might bring in his Alamomola, but I just went for the close combat just in case he decided to overpredict and go for a Thunder Wave, because that would be a big problem. So I just can't do anything to the Alamomola, so I do bring out my special attacker, my only special attacker left, being my Gardevoir. And to threaten him out with that Psychic, I go for it just in case he goes for the Wish. And I knew that he might bring in his Liepard, but I didn't want to go for a Signal Beam because that wouldn't do much to his Alamomola, and he would be able to get off a Wish and a Protect and just stall me for ages. So I just went for the Psychic, and unfortunately he has that Encore and Encores me into Psychic, so I have to switch out. And luckily he's not that really annoying set. He has a Dark Pulse, that means that I'm less threatened by him. So now I bring in my Kangaskhan, I do a double switch out back into Gardevoir because I knew that he was going to bring in his Alamomola. And I just go for a Psychic thinking that he won't bring in his Liepard again because it would be too obvious and I might go for the Signal Beam. So I just go for some Psychics and then go for that Focus Blast to take out that annoying ass Regigigas. So now he brings in his Liepard, I know I can take a Dark Pulse, so I just go and kill it off with a Signal Beam. Now here is pretty important because Gardevoir traced the Alamomola's Regenerator, so now I can switch out and regain HP. So that's what I do as he brings in his Zeb Striker. I know I can't outspeed it. I just go into my Golurk and unfortunately he just goes for the HP Grass, I believe, and 2-hit KOs me. So there wasn't much I could do about that. Nothing would have appreciated a couple of HP Grasses. So now since my Primeape is Scarfed, I can safely bring it in and just go for a close combat, expecting him to expect me to go for the U-turn since Alamomola would be too obvious. But I do kill off that Braviary, not sure if the crit mattered, but whatever. Now he can safely bring in his Alamomola again. I go into my Kangaskhan, just wanting to sack it, so I can safely bring in my Gardevoir again. So I just go for some odd double edges. He goes for a Wish. I just go for another double edge because I know that a Toxic would be, not the Toxic, Protect would be too obvious, and I might switch out to something that can take it. And of course he just predicts me to switch out and he goes for the Toxic as opposed to the Protect. And of course I just end up dying off to Toxic damage anyway. So now I bring in my Gardevoir, and then I make a double switch out to my Primeape because I traced his Regenerator again so I can regain some more HP. And I go out to my Primeape as he brings out his Kangaskhan, so that's absolutely great. I'm in a great position here. He just goes for the Fake Out, takes out almost half my HP. Really powerful. I just go for the U-turn knowing that he's going to go out into his Alamomola. So now I'm back up to 71% HP on my Gardevoir. And I'm thinking, okay, if I crit, I'll win. And I do get a critical hit on that psychic. So now I know I can take a Thunderbolt because their striker's special attack is pathetic. And you see, if I hadn't had the Regenerator help, I would have died by now. So now he brings in his Kangaskhan, just kills me off with a fake out. Whatever. I bring in my Primate, he can't take me out with a Sucker Punch, and I just kill him off with the close combat. So that was an absolutely amazing game. This guy was really good. He has a 9-0 record in NU. It's because I challenged him. That means he didn't lose any ranking. But I did get lucky with that crit psychic. Otherwise, I would have had a big problem with the Alamomola, and I think I would have lost, frankly. This team often loses to Alamomola. That's why I try to keep my Electros alive to destroy it with the Thunderbolt. But unfortunately, I lost it early in the battle due to Choice Banded Braviary, I believe. I don't think Choice Scarf would have done that much. So that was a great game to Bill Cosby lols on Pokemon Showdown. He's a really nice guy as well, great to chat with. So if you see him on Showdown, challenge him. Say that I recommended him. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.